So David Benavidez gave his reaction to the unexpected war that broke out of nowhere between Jermall Charlo and Montiel, where Benavidez posted a picture of Jermall Charlo spitting out blood to the bucket in the corner. Benavidez stated, and I quote, "I will stop, dude, I promise. That's why he ain't want to fight me for this fight." Laughing emojis at Future of Boxing. "You know where I'm at. Let's make this ish happen next." Benavidez continued by saying, "Y'all get mad when the top guys don't fight each other. But when guys like me call champions out, y'all still get mad and call me a hater. Laugh my ass off. Who understands y'all really? Some people are never satisfied. Laugh out loud. People can say whatever they want about me. But at the end of the day, I'm still two-time WBC world champion, and I'm 24-0 with 21 knockouts. And I always put on a great show with whoever I go up against. You know it's gonna be an action-packed fight. So do y'all want to see the best fight the best? Or do y'all want to keep complaining?" Laughing emoji. End of the quote. Now, we all know what time it is. If you are a boxing fan, you want to see the best fight the best. But if you are a specific fighter fan, then it's clear you do not want to see your favorite fighter fight the best. These type of fans are the people that's blowing up Benavidez by hating on him in order to discourage him from wanting to fight their favorite fighters. Therefore, the best thing David Benavidez can do is continue doing what he's doing. Call out these fighters' bluffs that's ducking him. Always press on the gas, do not press on the brakes until you reach Money Mayweather stage. But that's beside the point. As far as David Benavidez stating that he will stop Jermall Charlo, I told you guys last night on my post-fight video, which I'm going to leave the link for that video in the comment section below. This version of Jermall Charlo we saw against Montiel will definitely get stopped by David Benavidez. When Charlo got fatigued against Montiel during the later portion of the fight, David Benavidez will have overwhelmed him and got him out of there, period. In fact, I actually remember a sequence in the 8th round where Montiel landed 6 to 7 punches combination on Jermall Charlo. And I'm not talking about flashy punches. I'm actually talking about devastating power punches that landed cleanly on Jermall Charlo. 6 to 7 punches combo. Now, one thing for sure and two things for certain, Montiel does have power. He has 22 wins. Them 22 wins came by knockout. He even knocked out Cricklin his last fight before he fought Charlo in the first round. So he have devastating power. Therefore, Charlo did show that he has a solid chin. However, his defense was extremely sloppy. A sign of a great fighter is once they get hit with a particular punch, they will take that weapon away from their opponent. But in Charlo's case, he was getting hit with that left uppercut by Montiel to the body and to the head all night, where he never made the adjustment. And what made matter worse is that Jermall Charlo did not react well to the solid punches Montiel was landing. On top of all of the above, it seemed like Jermall Charlo was rushing his offense. He was forcing the combinations, not really committing to them, where it looked like he was trying to get out of the way in order to avoid Montiel power. Shields have even instructed Jermall Charlo to throw a double jab, straight right, and then a left hook. But Charlo just never executed that in the ring. The double jab straight right to the body or to the head will have been super effective. Charlo did not throw crispy combinations. He abandoned his jab during the middle of the fight. He also abandoned the body whenever he got Montiel hurt, and even the feints. So this was an ishy performance by Jermall Charlo. Can you just imagine the version of David Benavidez that fought Ellis that throws 1,000 punches during a fight was the one fighting Jermall Charlo last night? David Benavidez is bigger, stronger, with more power, has a stiff jab, better fundamentals, and way more hand speed than a Montiel. Now, if Montiel had that much success against Jermall Charlo, can you just imagine what David Benavidez would have had done against a fatigued Jermall Charlo in the later rounds? Trust me, Jermall Charlo does not want to get hit with a 7-punch combo against David Benavidez like he did with Montiel. Because with David Benavidez, this fighter is a machine. If he lands 7 punches in a row, he's not going to stop until he lands 70 in a row. And Jermall Charlo has said in the past that he will walk David Benavidez into something and put him out. Well, if he couldn't walk Montiel, who was walking with his hands down at times, into something and put him out, it's hard for me to picture Charlo walking David Benavidez into something, who has better defense, better jab, better hand speed, better fundamentals, bigger, stronger, faster, and you name it. With that being stated, I remember Jose Benavidez Sr. He told me on split decision that Charlo versus Benavidez is a 50-50 fight. David Benavidez did not want to fight Charlo because he was the weakest link. It's the contrary. He wanted to fight Charlo because he felt that was the most challenging and the best fight that the fans wanted to see. He even said it out of his own mouth that he thought Charlo was more dangerous than Caleb Plant because his speed and power. However, today I can assure you that both David Benavidez and Jose Benavidez Sr. feel differently. I really doubt Jose Benavidez Sr. still believes this is a 50-50 fight for his son. Furthermore, looking back now, it makes more sense now when David Benavidez caught Jermall Charlo bluff on fighting him, breaking his neck, so on and so forth, why Jermall Charlo was backpedaling the way he was from the vaccination demand, so on and so forth. It makes more sense now. It appears to be that Jermall Charlo believes David Benavidez is a bad style matchup for him. I mean, thanks to David Benavidez, Jermall Charlo canceled his plans on moving up to 168 in order to continue hunting down Canelo. Canelo Alvarez should pay David Benavidez for getting Jermall Charlo off his back. I mean, instead of paying the WBC Witness Protection franchise, pay David Benavidez. So for the people that was saying in my comment section that Charlo doesn't want to fight Canelo anymore because he want to stay at 160. Well, apparently you guys forgot that Jermall Charlo last month stated that he's willing to move up to 168 to fight Canelo Alvarez. Charlo even stated in the past that he's willing to move up to 175 if he has to fight Canelo Alvarez. The only reason Jermall Charlo is backtracking his statements by claiming that now he's going to stay at 160 is because of the boogeyman David Benavidez. See, Charlo knows Canelo is not available. On top of that, Charlo probably the last on Canelo's list. So due to that, in order to eliminate all of the David Benavidez questions and find a way to avoid David Benavidez fight, now he wants to stay at 160. That's the truth. That's the excuse. Furthermore, for the people that want to say David Benavidez and Jermall Charlo are in 2 different divisions, I understand. It's Canelo who should be fighting David Benavidez because Canelo is in Benavidez division and he just stole David Benavidez belt by requesting to fight for the WBC against Avni Yildirim, a fighter coming off a loss. But see, the difference is Canelo is smart. He turned down 2 opportunities to fight David Benavidez. In the process, he kept Benavidez's name out of his mouth. On top of all of that, he said, I'm not going to fight Mexicans anymore. On the other hand, it was Jermall Charlo's mouth that got him in trouble. He was the one that voluntarily came out and said, I'm going to move up to 168 and knock David Benavidez out. I'm going to break his neck. A few months later, Benavidez caught his bluff. That's when Charlo started backpedaling. So you don't go talk trash and say, I'm going to move up and do this and that and the third. But after getting everything you asked for, including vaccination, you backtrack everything you stated. That's not how it works. Benavidez, in fact, never mentioned Charlo until Charlo says something about Benavidez. So if you're going to talk about it, be about it. Nevertheless, thanks to David Benavidez, Jermall Charlo done canceled his trip to 168. And last but not least, Jermall Charlo nickname is the future of boxing. But he's 31 years old. So when is the future? The reality is the moment is now. So Jermall Charlo has to take a page out of Wilder's book. When Anthony Joshua was ducking him, he went and fought the boogeyman Luis Ortiz, then Tyson Fury. Therefore, we get it. Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez are avoiding Jermall Charlo. But guess what? That's not the end of the world, because Canelo Alvarez is not ducking one body. He's ducking everybody from Andre, David Benavidez, and Charlo. So what Jermall Charlo needs to do is fight the boogeymans that are available. The Andres of the world or David Benavidez. I mean, on one hand, Jermall Charlo said Andrade is a horrible fighter, using Canelo one-on-one ducking excuse, while turning down $7 million to fight Andrade, then had the audacity to tell Andrade, fight Montiel first. And then when it came to David Benavidez, he said he's too big, he has nothing to offer. I'll fight Andrade first in order to unify my division. But when you ask him about Andrade, Jermall Charlo start double talking. Therefore, when is Jermall Charlo going to be the future of boxing? His time is running out, because in few years he's going to be the past of boxing, and he needs to fight the best now who are available. I don't care about the ones that's ducking him. Fight who's available. With that being stated, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace, and I'm on to the next one.